A smile is often considered universal, a simple curve of the lips that conveys happiness, friendliness, or amusement. But sociology and anthropology reveal that smiling is far more complex than it appears. Smiles are shaped by culture, social norms, and context, meaning that the same smile can carry very different messages across the world. At first glance, a smile seems instinctive. Babies as young as a few weeks old smile in response to familiar faces, suggesting that some aspects of smiling are biologically hardwired. Smiling can signal pleasure, reduce stress, and release neurochemicals like dopamine and endorphins, giving both the smiler and the observer a subtle emotional boost. However, the meaning and frequency of smiles are heavily influenced by cultural norms. Sociologists note that in some cultures, frequent smiling is expected, even in professional or formal settings. For example, in many Western societies, smiling signals friendliness, openness, and approachability. People are encouraged to smile during social interactions, at work, and even in photographs. Smiling is seen as a sign of positivity, and failure to smile may be interpreted as rudeness or coldness. By contrast, in some East Asian cultures, smiles are often more restrained and context-dependent. Smiling excessively in public may be viewed as insincere or socially inappropriate. In these cultures, a smile can communicate discomfort, embarrassment, or politeness, rather than overt happiness. A subtle smile may indicate social harmony or a desire to avoid conflict, reflecting deeper cultural values of restraint and respect. The sociology of smiling also shows that smiles can carry multiple meanings simultaneously. A smile may be genuine, known as a Dutchan smile, involving both the mouth and eyes, signaling authentic pleasure. Other smiles are strategic or social, used to navigate hierarchy, smooth tension, or maintain politeness. In cross-cultural interactions, misinterpreting these smiles can lead to confusion or misunderstanding. Research highlights that cultural norms shape not only when we smile but also how often and why. In some cultures, smiles are primarily used for bonding and showing agreement, while in others, they are more individualistic expressions of emotion. Context matters too. A smile in response to a joke, a greeting, or a stressful situation may vary widely depending on cultural expectations. Interestingly, sociologists also point out that globalization is influencing smiling behavior. Exposure to international media, movies, and social networks is gradually creating new norms for expressing emotion. However, cultural roots remain strong, and local variations continue to influence how smiles are interpreted. Smiling is also linked to social hierarchy and status. In some cultures, subordinates smile more frequently toward superiors to show respect or deference, while leaders may smile less to maintain authority. This subtle use of facial expressions demonstrates that smiles are not merely emotional, they are strategic social tools. Psychologists emphasize that smiles can also affect the brain and behavior. Seeing a smile, even in strangers, triggers positive feelings and facilitates social bonding. This effect, however, is filtered through cultural understanding. A smile perceived as genuine strengthens trust, while a smile interpreted as insincere can cause skepticism. So, why do we smile differently across cultures? Because smiling is not just a biological reaction, it is a deeply social and cultural act. The way we express joy, politeness, embarrassment, or agreement is shaped by shared values, social rules, and expectations. Smiling reflects not only who we are emotionally but also who we are as members of a culture. The next time you encounter someone from a different cultural background, pay attention to their smile. Is it broad or subtle? Is it frequent or reserved? Understanding the sociology of smiling can help us interpret social cues, navigate cross-cultural interactions, and appreciate the complexity behind what seems like a simple human gesture. Smiles, it turns out, are not just universal, they are personal, strategic, and cultural. They are windows into emotion, society, and the subtle rules that govern human interaction. A smile can tell a story, communicate intentions, and bridge gaps, but only if we understand the language behind it.